Hi, I'm Angie Whitehurst, and your name is?
Veronica Bartlett.
Nice to meet you. I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
In your work life, which I know is been full, is there anything that you felt that was of value that you could share with us? That made you proud, that made you happy, that brought you joy?
Wow. Well, I would say the longest career I've had was as a stay-at-home mom to 4 children. And they range in age from 20 to 29, and they're amazing human beings. So that makes me really proud, and it was a wonderful decision. And for the past 8 years, I've worked at an alternative high school that is composed of, over 80% immigrants and over 90% second language. And to watch those students, many of whom are adults, there's no upper age limit, and they are working so hard to earn a full high school diploma. Some of them have come with no English, and they're so grateful, and they're hardworking, and they come to me at the most stressful time because I give them standardized tests. That's my job. I'm not a teacher. I give standardized tests for a living, and I don't like standardized tests, but it's a necessary evil for them to graduate. And it can be very, very gratifying. And the people leave that room after sitting there for 5 hours struggling to pass this test, and they say, "Thank you, miss." They thank me. And I just think it's been an amazing experience to see people really working hard to improve their lives in our country.
It seems as if you have a gift of working with people, helping them cross many bridges and obstacles and diversity of language and culture. That's awesome.
I don't know. I credit the staff, the teaching staff, for that. My job, I guess, is to make a stressful situation a little less stressful for them, and that's what I try to do.
Do you think being a mom and raising 4 children?
4 children, yeah.
Do you think that experience and that job had anything to do with helping you work in high school with students?
I think it taught me that people are each different. They have different learning styles. They have different needs for, some people need more warm, fuzzy approach. Some people need a pragmatic approach. I have children that run the spectrum. I think that has helped inform me how to deal with different people. And I think I had a year where I studied in France, and I was struggling to learn the language, and I have found that to be invaluable because I can appreciate how difficult it is for these students, and I can appreciate when they're looking at me like they kind of understand what I'm saying, but not quite, that I will think, how can I reiterate that in a more simplified manner so they understand me. So I guess you just draw from all of life's experiences, and
you have a lot of insight.
Well, I don't know, maybe.
It's awesome that you can help them because not everyone can do that. So I'm going to ask you, in your situation, what advice would you give to other people who are working in environments that need more kindness, more sharing, more openness? What would you suggest?
Well, I think the age-old saying to put yourself in their shoes. We haven't walked I haven't walked a mile in your moccasins. I haven't been born in a war-torn country and risked my life to come here for a better life.
How do you teach compassion? Because that seems like what you have a lot of empathy, compassion, and as I say, you obviously have a gift of working with
That's a good question. I guess I've often felt that compassion can be quite inborn. I mean, I think you can teach it, and if someone makes a comment that might not be seen as kind or understanding, you can say, well, I guess I don't see it like that. I think this person may be dealing with X or Y, and I know in faculty meetings, I work in a school district that's very affluent, and they don't understand our students, and I have spoken up on their behalf in other situations where I'll say, please don't say that because our students have to approach it this way. And they'll say, thank you for that because I've never experienced that. So I think just to try to tell people what other people's experiences are helps.
Should that be in a job description?
Should that be? I guess it depends what kind of environment you're working in, but yeah, maybe. I mean,
Do we need to have more people who are multilingual in the school?
In the school.
Is it more about being open and helping people learn both ways?
Well, I think that some of my conversations with students have been that it's not always helpful if there are a lot of multilingual people, because then they're not forced to master English. So I think in some ways we don't necessarily need more multilingualists, but we need more patience, and we need more understanding and more compassion.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for,
Family's very important.
well, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know if they'd agree, but.
She made you feel really good at your work.
Yeah, exactly. Boy, I'll stick with that job.
It's really awesome. I think there's really a discussion about work. And we talk about work and it's a job and you get paid X amount of money.
Right.
And you get a check. But, it's like, how do you do that? I think those are the questions.
Yeah. So,
Because I'm curious about it.
yeah.
And wonder why, like, why some teachers are just loved and remembered for 40, 50 years.
Yes.
Who work there, and others get their name,
Or you remember them for the wrong reason. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. We all have those, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think, it comes from if you love what you do, I guess. And I remember when I was being recruited very heavily for this job, and I said to my husband, I can't do this job. I hate standardized testing. I think there's too much of it. And I would be a cog in the wheel. And he said, but you would create a friendly atmosphere for something that's not going away. So that's what you can do.
Because it's a big stress in America for kids. With the
SATs in Virginia, we have the state standards of learning tests
Yes.
at many grade levels. It's a lot.
I think in Connecticut and California,
New York.
it's very stringent. I don't know.
Yeah. It's
It's a big deal.
it is a big deal. It is a big deal because they have to pass them to graduate. So it's
Yeah, and you have to pass tests to teach.
Yes, which I recently had to do because they changed my job description after 5 years. They said, oh, you need a teaching certificate to do this job. I said, that wasn't in the job description. I don't have a teaching certificate. And they said, well, you have 3 years to do it.
Oh,
So I did. Yeah. I don't intend to ever teach in the classroom. That doesn't appeal to me, but I did it so I could keep my job.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Such a beautiful